My name is Alice Chen. I am the co-founder and general counsel for InvestaX and a sister platform called iSwap. Both of these platforms are tokenizing real-world assets and allowing traditional finance, Web2, to plug in and be compatible with Web3. My role at the company is manyfold as any founder. I sometimes wear the hat of a COO on the operational side. I also look at the finance as well as the legal and regulatory. So I was a first generation immigrant. I moved to the US when I was 8 years old. My parents told me to study hard, get good grades, go into a reputable profession. So I became a lawyer, and I did that for many years. It certainly came as a shock to many people when I gave up that big law firm job and stability to start my own business with my husband. It's been an arduous and difficult process at times, questioning whether I took the right path. One of my favorite quotes is by Ralph Waldo Emerson, where he says, "Do not go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and build your own." Ultimately, I think it's this passion for what you do. And a lot of people say, if you love what you do, then you don't have to work a day in your life. And I absolutely love what I do. I think a lot of people define success by how much money they've made, how big their company is. To me, again, it goes back to, do you love what you're doing? Are you satisfied with what you do? And if you wake up and are fully fulfilled and happy to do the same thing on a daily basis, that's pretty successful to me. My measurement of success is not monetary or material, but it's really truly based on happiness. When I first started as a lawyer, I thought the thing I needed to do was fit in. So I would wear pantsuits and cut my hair short and dye my hair black, didn't wear any makeup, just so I could look more masculine and so that people would pay attention to me. I very quickly learned, though, it's not about how you look, but about the value you add, and the proof should be in the pudding, in your deliverables, in how you work and your work ethic. You should be comfortable in your own skin, whether you want to wear sneakers or high heels, and that's really just about being an individual and being confident in how you present yourself. I've actually already seen a huge increase in the number of women involved in the industry. At every event, I'm seeing a lot more women on panels, in the audience. I think it's a combination of organizers and people trying to be more inclusive, constantly addressing this gap. Being a leader is difficult in any industry. It's particularly hard in a nascent industry during this time, especially. As someone who didn't come from a tech background, it doesn't have to be scary. I read up on the technology and the use cases, and it was really, really interesting. The number of applications around it is limitless, right? You can apply blockchain in fashion, in the art world, in the finance world, in trade finance and supply chain. There's lots of different applications. So no matter which sector or industry you're in, there can be an application for the technology. Being able to see the value and applying it into your own business or sector or industry is what's important. What I find is a lack of time. As any founder, as any mom, one of the things that I'm pretty good at is multitasking. What I do at any time, I may be doing two things at one time. When I'm doing yoga, I'm listening to news. Everyone's like, that's not very relaxing. You know, you're meant to be listening to meditation music or something relaxing, but I'm listening to podcasts or news to keep up to date or to clear my mind with certain podcasts that I like to listen to.
Coinbase has been talking to the SEC, not just for
I try to maximize efficiency and my time. Well, we have 2 dogs. They're like kids and they require a lot of attention. So a lot of our spare time revolves around the dogs.
And then I turn to the back and I draw puzzle pieces on it that I can throw.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my daughter as well. She's 7.5 years old and she's just full of beans. There have been times where I felt like I was not a good mom. I spent too much on work, and I heard my daughter tell me, "You're always on calls, you're always on the phone. Everywhere we go, you're on calls." And so I've made a very proactive effort to make sure I spend time with her. I block time in my calendar after she gets home from school to do homework with her and have dinner with the family. So these are some of the challenges. When you're a founder, obviously it's all consuming and there's never downtime. So you have to make sure you block those times that are important for family, exercise, and health.